Brother Marines. We have returned again today, for the 4th time today, on this day right there. Warhammer 40,000, The Anatomy of a New Datasheet. There are sweeping rules changes afoot in the new edition of Warhammer 40,000. Big surprise. And one focus for change is on that cornerstone of every unit in the game. The datasheet. I thought you were supposed to put paint on every a lot has changed this time around, and in light of the fact that codexes, is it not codices? Codexes are getting a complete reset in the new edition. Wow, for the first time ever, codexes are getting a complete reset in a new edition. I've never heard of this happen before. It's time to look at how your units will appear. Take a peek and look at the new Space Marine Intercessor. Wow, look at how amazing he is, with his big gun, and his buttons, and he's got these knee things, and like thigh pads, and like this whatever spinner thing for his gun is. It's so cool. Intercessor Squad. Oh, okay, he's got we're meant to be looking at the data sheet. Oh, so movement 6, toughness 4, 3+ save, 2 wounds, 6+ leadership, 2 objective control. I believe that's what that's called. It says it right there. Okay, so that confirms it. It is called objective controlled. That is confirmed. No longer a myth, legend, or fable. If you roll 2d6 and score higher, then you pass your leadership save. Well, then that shouldn't be that bad. I mean, you just need to... Oh, that would be more than half of the time right there. You should be able to do it. More than half of the time. You probably have questions. Where are the weapon skill? The ballistic skill? Do units have strength and make attacks? What in the world does OC mean? Well, I suppose it kind of answers it right there, but OC, or objective control, or OC, or objective control, is a measure of how well a unit can secure critical locations. It's an elegant means, with a more civilized edge, of clarifying a previously complex aspect of the game. Now each model has an OC characteristic, and to determine who controls an objective, you simply count up the total OC of all models within range. This small but impactful change breathes new life into basic troops. Taking and holding ground is a newfound specialty, and a clear key to victory. Warriors that were previously categorized as troops will generally have a higher OC than elite units, whose job is not to hold ground, but to strike and move on. Vehicles and monsters also earn a more substantial OC, so knights and the like can muscle smaller units off of the objectives. Wow! Brother Marines! That is absolutely impressive. I mean, look at this display. Wow! I am jaw-dropped by all of this. Because look, they've got the Primaris big guns and the Primaris knee things and the buttons. Just like that guy. Just like this guy right here. Now, Brother Marines, how does leadership work? Leadership is much more impactful in the new edition. Wow. Your unit's morale is now gauged with a battle shock test. Many factors can force a unit to test for battle shock, including being below half strength during the command phase, fail and they struggle to capture objectives, use stratagems, and fall back from combat. Wow. You'll also notice that leadership now counts upwards. Our intercessor has leadership 6+, which is the equivalent to his old value of 8. What's happened to weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, and attacks? Well, we'll find out here, won't we? Offensive characteristics. Which you don't want to be offensive, do you? They're still very much in the game, but they now live in the weapons profiles to help keep datasheets clear and easy to read. So in that case, how do weapons now work? Weapon profiles explained. Let's move on to find out. Look at this guy. He's got no legs. Everything you need to take a shot or swing at your enemies is now contained in an individual weapon profile. Everything from attacks to weapon skill to damage is all in one place. This means that weapons like Power Fists, which used to need text to explain that they made things harder to hit, now have their own hit roll statistic. Moreover, weapon profiles are tied to individual units, so a chainsword in the hands of a space marine is deadlier and easier to hit than one held by a sniveling cultist. We got the bolt pistol, its range, gets to shoot once, and it's got some stats. When it's being used by this guy, not some sniveling cultist. Blah. And then we've got this guy. He also has no legs. But it's his birthday, so we should wish him a happy birthday. The fundamental interactions haven't changed. Equal strength and toughness still means you wound on a roll of 4+ and so forth. It's just that all the weapon's quirks are contained in its core abilities. More different effects are covered by core abilities, from classic weapon types like assault and rapid fire to auto hits from flame weapons. We'll go into the weapon rules more in an upcoming article. Stay tuned for that soon. Curious what the datasheets for vehicles look like in the new edition? Stay tuned to Warhammer Community for more in the coming weeks. So not this week, maybe next week, maybe the week after that, but for multiple weeks, more than one, and upcoming. So likely not this week, but next week. Maybe. And head to our hub page to find all of the information revealed so far. Wow. New 40K read more. Well, that is definitely the new edition of Warhammer 40,000's Anatomy of the New Datasheet. Yeah.